Alright, let's talk mayonnaise. It seems simple, right? A creamy, dreamy spread that makes everything better. But behind that innocent jar is some seriously cool food science. To understand the magic, you first have to meet the main players. Our story begins with three fundamental ingredients: oil, egg yolk, and acid. Think of them as the holy trinity of creaminess. Without these three working together in perfect harmony, you don't get mayonnaise. You get a sad, separated, gloppy mess. And nobody, I repeat, nobody wants that on their sandwich. So, consider this your all-access backstage pass to a modern mayo factory. We're going to walk through the entire process, step by meticulous step. The oil is the heavyweight of this operation. It makes up the bulk of the final product, usually around 70 to 80%. In most commercial operations, we're talking about a neutral-flavored vegetable oil, like soybean, canola oil. This isn't the time for that fancy, extra virgin olive oil you save for salads. We need a team player, an oil that provides the fat and body without hogging the spotlight. This liquid gold is stored in colossal, skyscraper-sized stainless steel silos. It's the very foundation of the rich texture we crave. Next up, the great mediator, egg yolk. This little powerhouse is the key to the whole magic trick. Why? Because it's packed with natural emulsifiers, most notably lecithin. An emulsifier is a special molecule with two distinct ends. One end loves water, the other end loves oil. That dual personality lets it grab both oil and water and force them to mix. In our factory, egg yolks arrive liquid and pasteurized, chilled in large totes. They are the peacemakers, the diplomats of our creamy concoction. Finally, the acid, usually distilled vinegar, maybe a little lemon juice. The acid isn't just for tang. By lowering pH, it helps egg yolk proteins emulsify better. It also acts as a natural preservative. This acidic component, plus water, salt, sugar, and perhaps a touch of mustard, is prepared in a separate tank. We call this the aqueous phase, the watery part of our recipe. Now that our ingredients have been introduced, it's time for them to get ready for their big performance. This isn't just a matter of dumping everything into a bowl and hoping for the best. Oh no, this is a carefully choreographed sequence. The first step happens in a specialized vessel called a pre-mix tank. Here, our aqueous phase ingredients come together. The pre-pasteurized liquid egg yolks are pumped in, water, vinegar, salt, any other dry spices like mustard powder. This mixture is gently agitated, ensuring everything is fully dissolved and evenly distributed before the main event begins. Think of this premix as the opening act, warming up the crowd for the headliner. It's a crucial step because it ensures the egg yolk's emulsifying proteins are awake, alert, and ready to grab onto the oil molecules when they arrive. If the salt or sugar weren't fully dissolved, you could end up with a gritty texture. If the egg wasn't evenly mixed in, you'd have weak spots in your emulsion. The factory's computer system, a true maestro of mayonnaise, controls the pumps and valves, guaranteeing that the exact right amount of each ingredient makes it into the tank. Visual control panel. Visual pumps. Visual valves. This precision is the first line of defense in the battle for perfect, consistent mayonnaise. From the pre-mix tank, our water-based solution is transferred to the real star of the show, a massive, enclosed, industrial-grade mixing machine. This isn't your kitchen blender. This is a high-shear colloid mill or a vacuum mixer, a gleaming stainless steel beast designed for one purpose, creating a perfect emulsion. Before the mixing even starts, a powerful vacuum pump sucks nearly all the air out of the chamber. Why go to all that trouble? Because air is the enemy of smoothness. Whipping air into the mix would create foam and tiny bubbles, leading to an unstable product that could break down and oxidize faster, affecting its shelf life and flavor. With the stage set and the vacuum sealed, the aqueous phase sits at the bottom of the mixer, ready and waiting. The mixer's high-speed rotor begins to spin, creating a powerful vortex. It's now time for the oil to make its grand entrance. But it can't just come flooding in. The addition of the oil is the most critical and delicate part of the entire process. A computer-controlled valve opens, allowing the oil from its giant storage silo to flow into the mixer in a very slow, very steady, very thin stream. This controlled introduction is absolutely non-negotiable for creating a stable emulsion on this massive scale. As that thin stream of oil hits the furiously churning aqueous solution, the magic begins. The high-shear rotor acts like a billion microscopic whisks, breaking the oil into impossibly tiny droplets, microns in diameter, smaller than the eye can see. minuscule oil droplets form, lecithin swarms in, other egg proteins swarm, waiting in the water phase. Proteins wrap each oil droplet, forming a protective coating. Coating prevents droplets bumping, prevents them merging into a giant oil slick. This is an emulsion. Oil in water, droplets of oil, the dispersed phase, base of water, the continuous phase. Mixer speed is monitored, oil flow rate is controlled. Add oil too quickly, emulsifiers become overwhelmed. They can't coat fast enough, the system collapses, the emulsion breaks, leaving a curdled, oily soup. It's a delicate dance, a tango between fat and water. Now that we have a beautiful emulsion, we need to make sure it's safe and will stay that way. The mayonnaise is gently pumped through a pasteurization system. This process involves carefully heating the product to a specific temperature for a specific amount of time, hot enough to eliminate any potentially harmful bacteria that might have been present, but not so hot that it cooks the eggs and breaks our precious emulsion. It's a fine line to walk. Factories often use plate heat exchangers, which have a large surface area to heat the product quickly and evenly, then cool it down just as fast. Rapid cooling helps lock in that thick, desirable texture. This is where the lab coats come in. Quality control is not just a final check, it's a constant process. Samples are pulled from the batch at multiple points, after the premix, after emulsification, after pasteurization, and rushed to the on-site quality assurance lab. Here, a team of technicians runs a battery of tests. First up is pH. They use a calibrated meter to ensure the acidity is within the target range. This is crucial for both flavor and microbial safety. An acid level that's too low could make the product unsafe, while one that's too high would make it taste like a sour pucker. Next, they test for viscosity using a device called a viscometer. This machine measures the mayonnaise's thickness and resistance to flow. Is it perfectly creamy and spreadable, or is it too runny or too stiff like cement? This test ensures that every jar has the exact same texture you expect. The lab also uses a colorimeter to check the color, making sure it meets the standard, pale, cream hue. Even a slight deviation could signal a problem with the ingredients or the process. If any of these physical tests are slightly off, minor adjustments can sometimes be made to the batch, though consistency is the goal. And of course, we can't forget the most important test of all, the taste test. A trained sensory panel tastes the sample to check for the correct balance of tangy, salty, and rich flavors. They are looking for the signature taste profile of the brand, but also for any off notes that could indicate a problem, like oxidation or an ingredient issue. Only after a batch has passed every single one of these rigorous checks with flying colors is it given the green light to proceed to the final stage. Packaging. This gauntlet of tests is the consumer's guarantee of safety, quality, and consistency. With the seal of approval from the quality lab, our flawless mayonnaise is ready for its new home. It's held in a large, chilled finishing tank before being pumped to the bottling line. This is a high-speed symphony of automation. Empty glass jars, plastic bottles cleaned and sterilized, parade down a conveyor belt. They arrive at the filling station, where a set of nozzles descends and pumps the exact right amount of mayonnaise into each container. The process is fast, clean, and incredibly precise, minimizing product waste and ensuring every customer gets a full jar. Once filled, the jars continue their journey down the line to the capper. A machine automatically places a lid on each jar and torques it to the perfect tightness, tight enough to create an airtight seal, but not so tight that you need a wrench to open it at home. For many products, an induction sealer uses an electromagnetic field to heat a foil liner inside the cap, bonding it to the rim of the jar. This provides a tamper-evident seal and an extra barrier against oxygen, further preserving the mayonnaise's freshness until you're ready to use it. Next is the labeling station. The sealed jars move past a machine that expertly wraps a label around each one. This label isn't just for show, it carries all the vital information: ingredient list, nutritional facts, batch code, expiration date. This code is the product's birth certificate. It allows the factory to trace that specific jar all the way back to the raw ingredients and the exact time it was made, which is essential for safety and quality tracking. The labeled jars are then bundled into cardboard cases by another automated machine. The sealed cases are stacked neatly onto pallets by robotic arms, shrink-wrapped for stability, and moved into a warehouse, temperature-controlled storage, ambient temperature storage. Here, they wait for their final ride. Trucks back up to the loading docks, forklifts load the pallets, distribution to supermarkets, restaurants, food service companies across the country, and around the world. From a few simple ingredients to a complex scientific process, that jar of mayonnaise has completed its incredible journey. Every step was designed to ensure that when you open it, you get a product that is perfectly safe, perfectly creamy, and perfectly delicious. Now who's hungry?